So as a lot of you guys may or may not already know, I moved out to Miami with my wife and son. Okay, this is the Miami skyline you see behind me. I moved into a fucking absolutely beautiful 3-bedroom, and I still can't even believe that I've gotten to this point, considering that pretty much every single day that I live right now, like every single day, my entire reality was a dream when I was 18, when I was an Army soldier, right? Like even me making $3,000 with a single sale today, 3.2K the day before that, another 3K the day before that. I've been able to make almost $10,000 in sales over the past 3 days at around like a 25 to nearly 30% margin, which is pretty fucking amazing, right? And it just brings me back to the times where I literally didn't have $200 to spend. Like I remember vividly as an Army soldier, one time being at a party with one of my friends. Well, actually, he's throwing the party, and he went on about a speaker for $150. And me and my friend both looked at each other, right? And we're both privates in the military with no fucking money, dead broke. We looked at each other like, damn, bro, like I wish I could spend $200 randomly like that, right? And now we're making thousands of dollars in sales daily. So like that, like being able to look back at that point and see where I am now and how I'm kind of still not fully satisfied, and I'm not really like, I feel like I'm not there yet. It doesn't feel like I'm living the dream, when in the reality, the 18-year-old me would be just fucking going crazy right now. It's something I truly feel like people need to understand, okay? These things that we call dreams are truly just realities that we can all obtain, okay? It's really just skills, okay? They told us that all this shit was too hard to achieve. They told us that it was entirely too risky, when in reality, I mean, you guys all understand the real risk is not living the life that you want to live. Plain and simple, bro. There's no bigger risk in that, okay? And again, to the point I'm at now, like it took was a mindset shift. Like in all reality, guys, and I got to make sure I hit these points for you guys, all this shit was simply a mindset shift. When I first started this, I was so frustrated because I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working for me. I couldn't figure out why e-commerce was working for everyone else besides me, okay? And at least that's how it felt, right? I just didn't fucking understand. I was seeing everybody on YouTube, I was seeing everybody on social media just print bread, right? Or so at least I thought. I thought everybody was printing. And the reality is, once you kind of understand and you've been in this game for quite a while, you're going to realize most people aren't actually printing, then they're kind of just lying, okay? Now, this though didn't deter me. And this is a big thing with a lot of like entrepreneurs when they first start, is they let the negativity in the business model or in the business, like you could say like atmosphere, deter them from actually still pursuing the business, right? Like if I had let my initial negative experiences when I first started e-commerce stop me from continuing, then none of this would have happened, right? I would never have became free. I still would have probably been an Army soldier. I wouldn't have had any freedom. I would have still been complaining on a day-to-day basis. I still would have woken up every single fucking day at a time that I didn't want to wake up to go do shit that I didn't want to do, okay? And it's because I endured that emotion, that fucking frustration, those like struggles, bro, that uncertainty, bro, that most people fail and quit at. I just continued to push past it and made it happen, okay? That is the separator, guys. Everyone goes through the emotional frustration and uncertainty in their business when they're beginning. When I first started e-commerce, I didn't know shit about finding products. I didn't know nothing about designing a good website. I didn't know nothing, guys, about fucking suppliers. I didn't know shit about ads. I didn't know shit about customer service. Guys, I didn't know nothing. And those became my challenges. Those became what I needed to figure out in order to crack this code. Now, just like you guys, it wasn't easy, bro. That shit took me fucking 2 years. It took me 2 years, guys, before I got to the point where I made my first dollar in profit off of this shit, off of e-commerce, okay? So before you even think that this shit was just handed to people, the reality is, guys, this shit is never handed to really anyone, ever. And anything that's ever handed to you, it's always taken away just as quick. Because if you don't actually work for something, if you don't actually go through that experience, go through that hardship, go through the process, then you can almost never keep the reward. It's just not possible, right? So now, you guys who are going through this phase, right, where it's uncertainty, and you don't know if it's going to really happen for you, let me just tell you something. This is supposed to be happening to you. You're supposed to be feeling like this. It's supposed to not be easy. You're supposed to be getting challenged right now. Your belief system, your skills, everything is supposed to be getting challenged, right? And you got to really understand, like, you're going to fight your way through this shit. I had to learn the pillars of the business before that reality came to me. Not the hype, not the bullshit, literally sitting in front of my laptop for fucking 6, 10, 12 hours a day. It became my obsession. It became my only want in life. I only wanted freedom. And this is the problem. People are still letting in outside energy come into this new reality that they're trying to create, not understanding that that outside regular ass worldly energy is fucking your shit up. You will never get to a place of freedom in your life if you're still allowing all the old habits within you that kept you not free, kept you not successful. If you're still allowing that shit to come in your life, you're blocking your own success, bro. Same thing with humans, with other people who are negative. Same things with wasting your time on social media. Same things with binge watching shows that aren't doing anything for you. It's that fucking worldly energy that stops you and takes you away from your focus that inevitably always kills people's dreams, bro. Okay? Everyone struggles. Every single person on this earth has issues, bro. Everyone has dreams and aspirations. It's really just who's willing to go through the shit to get there, right? So and just like you guys, I started from the fucking bottom, bro. I'm from Lawrence, Massachusetts, the poorest city in the state of Massachusetts. I was a army soldier, literally making fucking $1,000, $2,000 a month at my very peak, bro. Married with a newborn son, my very peak army sergeant, I made $4,000 a month. You guys know now that there's no way you can fucking raise a family on $4,000 a month in the United States. It's just not possible. So in my head, I didn't have an option. There was no option to stay in the military when I had already known that the responsibility grew and so did the danger, while the reward fucking lowered and lowered and lowered. And this is what you guys have to understand. It's the same thing in the traditional world, no matter what you do. Your responsibilities are going to grow and your reward might grow simultaneously, very, very little. But the freedom part, that's not a part of it. Freedom's not a part of it, okay? Now, a lot of people don't understand, okay, so I understand now what I have to go through. I understand it's a mentality thing, but how did you actually make it fucking happen? Well, I started just like you guys, Facebook ads, cheap products from AliExpress, kind of just following YouTube knowledge. And it didn't really do me too well. Okay, I'll be fucking straight with you guys. I lost like $10,000. Probably, yeah, damn near around $10,000. I spent that obviously on ads, on Facebook ads, tested about like 36 different products. And again, it wasn't for me, right? It didn't work. What finally clicked the e-commerce game for me, and I'm talking about just straight up clicked, bro, was when I kind of made it a little more logical, right? So instead of only being in a business model that required a lot of creatives, videos, just a supreme amount of creativity, I'm not a really creative guy. I decided it would make a lot more sense if I just entered a market where the people are just buying shit that I already have. Okay, to put it in short, I do what I call is supplying the demand of the rich. Okay, I supply the demand of the rich. Now, why do I do that? Very simple. Now, listen, guys, how I made it happen was learning the authorized dealer system. Okay, if you're in e-commerce and you want to make it a little more logical for yourself, then it just makes sense, in my opinion, to sell higher ticket products from big brand name companies. Okay, so now let's tie it up. Most people in e-commerce are doing the YouTube, traditional TikTok, dropshipping, Facebook ads, dropshipping, right? Which is okay, works, great. But I knew that if I was gonna be in this business model, I wanted to not have to rely on trends, not have to constantly do new product research, not constantly have to cycle creatives, not constantly have to get banned from Facebook, get banned from payment processors, just deal with a lot of shit that most traditional dropshippers are dealing with. Okay, and the way that I found how to ignore all this, practically skip over it, is becoming an authorized dealer, okay? I sell expensive products like saunas, wine coolers, pergolas, poker tables, products that me and you both know without even needing to go to Google or ChatGPT, that they're gonna continue to sell until the day we die. Even after I die, these products will continue to sell. Why? Because they're forever market products. They're solidified here in the market, bro. So I'm an authorized dealer for major brand name companies that manufacture these type of products, okay? Now, how do we sell them? Very simple. We have our own brands. We have our own companies. We're not selling them on Amazon. We're not selling them on Etsy or eBay on a third-party platform. I built my own businesses. Built the storefront, guys. Okay, so this is something that a lot of people misconstrue. They think that we're kind of like an affiliate or something, when the reality is no. We are an authorized dealer. You guys have seen that key term in person. The biggest online authorized dealers on this planet is Wayfair and Best Buy. How much money do they make a year? Literally billions of dollars. How many products do they manufacture? None. They just sell a bunch of other brand name products. So hopefully it's like catching on to you right now that what I do is I've really mimicked a multi-billion dollar e-commerce giants, but figured out how to do it only online virtually. Okay, so that's what we do. Now, our customers, okay, is from Google, right? So again, most people are kind of relying on social media for their customers. They're relying on creatives, videos, et cetera, which is cool. But I rely on people who are specifically searching for these products every single day. All right, guys. Now, why does this make more sense than anything else in my opinion? Well, it makes more sense simply because I'm selling expensive products that give me hundreds of dollars in profit per sale to thousands of dollars in profit per sale. They are originating from a manufacturer or a supplier that's been around for 10, 20, 30, sometimes even 50 years, and they've refined their product quality to damn near perfection, right? These suppliers are also extremely well known. Okay, they're well known, meaning I don't have to like build up market dominance for them or like prove their products in the market. They're already proven. Okay, and then lastly, well, not lastly, actually, third, right? Our store resembles Wayfair and Best Buy. Now, what does this matter? Why does this matter? Because Wayfair and Best Buy figured out how to convert high-paying customers. They figured out how to make a customer swipe their cards for thousands of dollars on a store online. What does that mean for me? If I can just crack their code, then that means I can also get high-paying customers. I can make high-ticket sales. So that's what we do. We replicated their storefront. Okay. Now the traffic comes from Google Ads. Okay. How do we actually make any money? How do we even find people who literally want to spend thousands of dollars on a drop shipping store that obviously doesn't look like a drop shipping store? Very simple, guys. People who go on Google to search for expensive products. It doesn't make sense for me to try and sell a poker table worth $5,000, right? Or let's say like a 3-person cedar wood infrared sauna. You're not going to go and try and sell that on TikTok or Facebook. And if you do, you're going to have an extremely hard time, right? You're going to run a Google ad for that because people on Google are search intent. People are searching for what they want. And as long as we have that exact product that they want at the time that they want it on a store that they can trust and some, top tier customer service, you know what happens? Let's see what happens. What happens is you get these amazing, beautiful sales through your phone because you worked hard for them. Okay, let's go over here. What are we talking about? Bow. So that's what I do, okay? And that transition allowed me to transcend all of the problems I was having in e-commerce. I mean, fucking all of them, bro. I was having product problems. I was having supplier problems. I was having web design problems. I was having traffic problems. Every single issue that I had as a drop shipper was solved as soon as I found and mastered high-ticket e-commerce. I don't even think I mastered it yet because I haven't made well over $10 million yet. I haven't exited the company for $10 million. So when I've done that, I would say I mastered it. But when I've got that shit down, when I fully understood the business model and the pillars, my e-commerce problems went away. They went away, right? I did 100K my first year in revenue of success, 1.3 million the year after that. And then since then, I've generated well over $3.5 million in sales, right? And physical product sales. That's not even digital product sales, right? Digital product sales, I've done like $750,000 since 2022. Not as much, but again, still awesome. So for you guys who are going through this mental struggle, okay? For y'all who are like, you're just going through it, bro. You don't know if it's going to happen for you. You don't know if the efforts that you're putting in are going to pay off. I need you to understand it is a rite of passage that you go through this. You have to. You absolutely have to. And it's really hard to continue, but those are the only people who make it. The people who can continue through the fire and through that darkness period where it's uncertain, where you don't know if all the work and the time and the effort and the energy that you're putting in is going to pay off. But you do know because there's thousands of examples right in front of you guys. There's one example directly in front of you guys speaking right now. I was an Army soldier. I'm from the poorest city of Massachusetts. I did this shit. I made it while serving in the military, bro. Like every single statistics should have said that this is impossible. How could a fucking married Army sergeant with a newborn son have possibly scaled an online business while serving active duty full time to 7 figures? How could he possibly have done that? That's not possible. And that's the thing. It's all fucking possible, bro. It's all possible. The world is not as it is. The world is as you are. And I'm telling you guys, All this shit changes once you get that first proof of concept. Once you make that first sale, it's a click in your brain. It was a click in my brain. When I made my first sale, I was in an office talking to a counselor about getting out of the military, and she was trying to talk me to staying in the military. This is a God thing now I had to think of it. While I was talking to my counselor, telling her that I was gonna get out and trying to be convinced to stay in, I received my first ever high ticket sale. During that exact fucking moment in that office, I made a $2.2 thousand sale to this guy called Tom Harmon. I remember it vividly. And when that moment happened, it was like, bro, I couldn't even hear anymore. I couldn't even see her anymore. All I saw was my cell phone because I had never seen a fucking sale that big in my life with the Shopify notification. And all I could see was a $2.2 thousand sale on my phone, while there's a person in front of me trying to convince me to stay in the military because I will reach my maximum potential when I'm in the military. And here I can see my maximum potential shining and glistening right in front of me for the first time ever. You see, it was at that fucking moment I realized this shit's not luck, bro. It's not luck. It's determination. It's time. It's consistency. It's just the willpower to continue to move forward and learn and grow every fucking day. Like, I need you guys to really understand. I'm right now has been the most in flow, the most free I've ever been and I've ever felt. I just got back from traveling for 6-7 months with my family in Spain, Indonesia, Thailand. Although it wasn't the best experience, I would say God definitely touched me during this travel time period, especially even coming back to the US and not being able to find a place that was suitable enough for, like, I mean, kind of exactly what me, my wife, and my son wanted. We couldn't find that place for 3 months. And then this was the very last place that we found, and it just so happened to have everything, right? So like even the past year for me has just been a bunch of synchronicities and a bunch of experiences that I look back on and I'm like, dude, God did every single part of this. And that is hopefully how you guys are gonna look back at your whole process. As long as you continue and you make it to the end, you're gonna realize that you had to go through everything that you're going through in order to become the person that you are now, in order to get to that successful e-commerce business, that reality where you don't have to listen to no one besides yourself and the voice that's inside you, the voice of God. I can't even begin to explain to you how amazing and how grateful I am that I don't have to wake up every day and work for another human being. I don't have to wake up every day and give my time and my energy to another entity, right? Who's not even going to utilize my time and my energy in full. Thus, that's taking my life. Time is your life, bro. If you are giving your fucking time up all the time, every day, Monday to Friday, bro, and even fucking Saturday, Sunday too, because you're still thinking about it, it's still weighing on you, then you never have time to do deep internal self-reflection. You never have time to work on yourself. And if you never have time to work on yourself, then that means you're distracted. And if you're distracted, you can never even figure out who the fuck you are and what you need to do to reach your dream life. You guys gotta understand, you gotta get your time back. You gotta get your time back. That's the only way you're gonna ever be able to truly live a fully fulfilling life and live the way you wanna live and allow yourself to help other people and enable other people around you, those that you love, to also live how they want to live. And it's so much deeper than the money. You realize, like, this whole business journey of mine at first was just solely about money. It was just about money. And now that we know how to make money, I realize it's never been about the money the whole time. I just wanted to be fucking free, bro. I just wanted the freedom of choice in my life. I just wanted the option to do as I please. Look at this, guys. I mean, it's literally absurd. Still unbelievable. Still got to hang out this 70-inch right here. But again, guys, the thing that you guys are actually chasing, right? Like what you really want, you just want freedom of choice. You just want freedom to be able to do what you want in your life. And honestly, that's what it has to be. It has to be deeper than money. It can't just be about money. Money is not enough of a motivator, of a driver to keep you going during entrepreneurial down phases. You have to have a purpose. And my purpose, I really truly realize, I need freedom or my life just simply doesn't feel good. I need to be able to provide at a higher level for those I love. I need to inevitably reach that point where my family is good. That is a must in my life. That's my purpose. And again, guys, money's not enough of a motivator. It's simply not enough. No matter what, no matter how many times you spend it, no matter how many times you think about it in your brain about making more, it's not big enough. We need to view money as a tool in order to get towards what we want in life, not as the end goal. It's a tool, guys, okay? Now, if you're struggling, if you're frustrated and you just don't know how, again, to make this e-commerce dream a reality, to make this online business dream a reality, if you just, again, you just need basic guidance, I got you. I literally understand how you're feeling, what you're going through, because I did it myself live in the flesh, and I've been doing it for fucking years. Okay, guys? There is nothing that you actually can't do. It's just simply needing the right strategy paired with time and consistency and belief in yourself and in God. Now, I want to leave you guys with this. When entrepreneurs get to the phase where they've, reached their dreams, it's very, very simple to fall back to negative habits, to fall back into the world. All right? For you guys who are doing this, who are chasing this journey, who are truly dedicated and to it and 100% in full, you guys are going to fucking make it, bro. But make sure you don't lose yourself in the process. Make sure that you continue to live your life with purpose. Make sure you continue to be mindful of the things that you're doing. Make sure you get better 1% in your mind, body, and soul, because that's what real success is. It's the fucking journey. It's not the end outcome. And again, this is deepening inside of me as I'm making this video for you guys, because this is the shit that I wish I heard when I was younger, bro. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars incorrectly. I've wasted tons of money because I wasn't actually in my purpose. I was doing what the world wanted me to do. And now I've realized, as long as I remain outside of the world and I remain inside of myself and listening to the voice of God, that I can achieve anything I want. And what I want is not actually in the world. It's just the freedom of choice and wealth for me, myself, and my family. Okay? So hopefully you guys took something from this video. Hopefully you guys all understand that this is all possible. This is more than possible for you. It's really just a set of skills paired with time, consistency, and determination that's going to take you here. It's nothing more, guys. We're in the digital age. AI fucking exists, bro. AI is a real thing, bro. This is crazy, okay? The tools and the knowledge and the resources that we actually need to become the human beings that we want to develop and evolve to are at our fingertips every single day. Make sure you're staying focused, because the world wants to take your fucking life force from you, bro. Stay focused, stay consistent, get 1% better every single day. I hope you guys have a great fucking rest of your weekend. It's Friday when I'm filming this video, Friday night. Hey, this is what we do. All right, guys? I'll see you guys in the next one.